So music can make or break a video. You can have all the right visual elements, you can have an awesome speaker, but as soon as you throw in a janky piece of music, you'll start to lose all respect, you'll ultimately lose your audience and the message you're trying to preach. Here are the best places to go to get decent music that doesn't suck. All right, so the number one place I like to go to if the project has a pretty good budget, not like $1 million budget, but a decent budget, I usually go to premiumbeat.com. They have what I like to call Muzak, which is essentially music that is made for video. It's generally geared towards short-term videos, so anything that's around from like 15 seconds to 3 minutes. So the music is generally orchestrated with some nice intros, some building of the music, some tension, and then, there's a nice climax at the end, and usually they end up with a pretty nice stinger you can throw at the end of your video. So all those little elements are very important to short form video because it kind of gives you a place to start, a place to build up to, and then a place to come down and to finally end the whole piece. Just like a story structure, but for music form. It's very key to short form videos. Now, another great thing about premiumbeat.com is that most pieces have 15-second versions, 30-second versions, 60-second versions of the longer form pieces. Let's just say you have a 2.5 minute like brand film and you need to cut it down to a 15-second piece, a 30-second piece, and a 60-second piece. It'll have those options for you. It's pretty cool. It's my go-to for most client projects. So the second place I like to go to is Soundstripe.com. I usually recommend this towards content creators, towards like churches or businesses that don't really have a budget for lots of music. This is basically, it is a subscription model, which is really nice. You pay one fee, one time a year, and you can have all the access to the music that you want. So if you're creating like me, I create 4 videos a month, 4 long form videos a month, as well as other micro content. That music, I can use as much music as I want, and I don't have to pay like 40 or 50 bucks per song. So what I like about it is obviously the subscription model, and the music is generally good, though it takes a little bit of searching to find music that actually fits video, because it has a lot of independent artists as well that puts their music on there, and sometimes the music doesn't really fit the types of videos that I do, so it takes a little bit of digging. And the last thing I really like about it is the interface is very well done. It's a pleasing sort of experience. If you have a terrible website, I'm not gonna even bother with it. That's a side note. Either way, user face is very friendly. I get to create my own playlists, my own likes. I used to use it for my own stuff here on YouTube, things like that, and it's great for that sort of thing. So Soundstripe.com, good thing if you're on a lower budget. All right, the last place I'm gonna recommend, and it's a little bit pricier, but I think it's well worth it if you're into it, and it is Musicbed.com. Now this is not royalty free, generally speaking. They might have some royalty free stuff there now, but usually it is all artist driven, or you pay royalties for the artist, to the artist, per video, per ad spend, whatever it is. It gets into a lot of details. But basically, if you have the budget, like say it's like just an epic brand piece, you really need like its own flavor, its own jive, its own vibe, you can usually go on musicbed.com and find an artist, an up-and-coming artist, an independent artist, someone who's highly talented, highly skilled, has a personality, has a whole feel. You can find them and put them in your piece, and it'll make your piece unique. So I recommend this if you really have a strong piece that is gonna impact somebody or something, and you want the music to really shine through. I suggest the Musicbed. Interface is excellent. They have a great iPhone app. It's amazing. They do have a subscription model for content creators. So if you have a YouTube channel, if it's just for personal use, I think the fee is like $200 or $300, maybe $250, and you can use the music on your page. And it might also go up in price depending on how many followers you have. I don't really know, I haven't dug into it too much. I just know that option is there for you. All right, so what music site do you like to use? Please leave a comment below. If you haven't, subscribe. I got more stuff coming to you next week. And if you want to keep learning about growing your creative career, check out one of these videos. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe.